mean, Percival, he's the first Terran through, and we will at least confirm a second Terran as well. And here we go, spawning in the bottom left-hand corner of El Dorado, we have the South Korean Terran player, the blue Terran representing Shopify Rebellion. It is ByuN. And spawning in the top right-hand corner, we have his opponent. We have the other South Korean Terran player, the red Terran representing Team Vitality. It is Ryung. Let's go. And as we said, Lynn, a big shout out to Saverin in the chat. Saverin215, thank you so much for subscribing with Twitch Prime for 3 months. Thank you so much for the support. Thank you so much for the sub. We appreciate it. Hope you enjoy the content. Hope you enjoy the StarCraft. Hope you enjoy the casting as we are getting into the remainder of the round of 16. Again, still plenty of matches ahead of us. Oh boy, plenty more matches to come. And again, we do often see Ryung and ByuN go back and forth. ByuN has a very unique style of TvT. If you've been shooting into his matches in the past, you would know he's very marine heavy, very drop heavy as well. Less so positional based, less so tank oriented and Viking oriented. That is where ByuN does thrive when it comes to his multi-pronged aggression, when it comes to his speed, when it comes to his drop play. Where Ryung thrives is his positional play. Like, very much so. We've seen Ryung shut down Clem time and time again. I would imagine that Ryung is one of the reasons why Clem has stopped playing TvT, because Ryung, he was known as the Clem Crusher for a time, where he would just take Clem down time and time again. Even in recent weeks and recent OlimoLeagues, Ryung has defeated Clem in TvT. So I'm sure that is part of the reason why Clem has embraced Protoss instead. And likewise, during the WTL season, during the previous, most recent WTL season, we even saw Team Vitality rely on Ryung, not Maru, in TvT. So again, Ryung, he has arguably the best TvT in the world, does often give some advice and give coaching, or give, I say coaching, I would say more advice more than anything to Maru when it comes to his matches as well. It's why I was a little bit sad to see that Ryung and Maru had to face off against each other at Home Story Cup. There was a team kill that was in the playoffs. I think it was the quarterfinals of Home Story Cup, where they went up against each other. And I'll be honest, they had a banger of a TvT. Mate, Ryung versus Maru on Ultra Love will live rent-free in my mind for like the near future. Like, I mean, Home Story Cup was beginning of December, and I'm still thinking of that TvT, so if you missed out on it, I recommend the VODs. I do recommend the VODs. Maru versus Ryung was insane on Ultra Love. But now we're settling into El Dorado. Again, all the round of 16 matches do begin on El Dorado. It is the predetermined map in the map pool. And we're settling in. Oh boy. So far, we do have our 1-1-1 setup here by ByuN. Likewise, Ryung getting into his own faster CC. Oh, wait, sorry. My apologies. ByuN going for the faster CC. Ryung going for the faster tech of choice. Instead, going into a Cyclone-based opener. Okay. We are mixing it up. There we go. So we have Ryung going to be opening up Cyclone. Meanwhile, ByuN going to be getting into his own 1-1-1 setup. Setting up for an early drop. Interesting. Medevac is on the way. And ByuN, he will soon move out. He's got Marines, he's got Cyclones, he's got Hellions. As a reminder, this early move out will not have stim. There's no stim, there's no combat shields, but there's going to be an abundance of Marines. And we'll see if this is enough to catch Ryung off guard. Back at home, Ryung just now getting his own natural up and running. As a reminder, because of the initial double gas opener, Ryung, he has additional Cyclone production, and he's going for a second Rax as well before Starport. What does that mean? That means extra Marines, more so than usual. As we are going for the add-on slot. Okay, no early tank production. Cyclone into Bio. Into a 2-1-1. Okay, Ryung, you have my attention. You have my attention here. As ByuN dives into the main. He's going to be diving in with those 7 Marines. Likewise, distracted Ryung, going for the depot. Ryung, he does respond. So far, trading well, picking up some of those Marines. The lock-on is brutal. Oh my god. Lock-on was insane. The Cyclones, they survive. Medevac barely escapes, and the Marines go down, and Ryung does not lose anything here. Yeah, he lost nothing. That's crazy. ByuN, he lost 7 Marines and a Cyclone. Sorry, 7 Marines and a Hellion, and not a single unit went down, not even the Cyclone. And I'm sure ByuN is lamenting that. I'm going to assume as what's being said, unfortunately. Don't know Korean myself. But I'm sure he's like, Smooch! And Ryung's like, yes, Smooch. Oh, God. As now Stim is almost done. Remember, Ryung, he's been building up towards a 2-1-1. This is a build that we do not often see in TvT. This is a more often TvZ build instead. This is a rare sight. With this early Stim timing, double medevac drop across the map. Ryung, he's looking to apply pressure, looking to try to capitalize on that lead. He's soon to be moving out. Now, ByuN to defend, what does he have? He has tanks. He has 2 tanks here at the natural. His main base is more exposed. Ooh, he does spot the drop. Nicely done here by ByuN. Does spot this on, or he does take control of this on Naga. Does spot the move out. ByuN is aware. ByuN, he is setting up. Third CC is on the way. Much faster here for ByuN. Ryung still sharking around. In position outside of the natural. I do appreciate that ByuN, he spreads out his tanks. We have a tank in the main. There's the TT. I lost my focus because your micro was horrible. Kappa. Oh my. Ryung, he's ruthless. Ay. Calm down. Shout out to Lunacy, by the way. Thank you so much for the translations. As Ryung, he gets denied. Ooh. Tank volley's going up. ByuN defends. That does translate to Smoge, though, yes. Also, Lunacy, congratulations on qualifying for the OSC season playoffs, the season championships. I did see that you took down ByuN. Oh! As we get the local and the medevac does not go down. Whew. ByuN does escape. But congrats, Lunacy, congrats. Took down ByuN. Well played, Matthew, well played. For those who do not know, Lunacy, he's a Korean Protoss player. Protoss player from Korea. Unfortunately, did not quite play or did not quite make it here to the round 16 of OlimoLeague, but despite that, still an active player nonetheless. Do appreciate it. Much love, much love. Annyeong haseyo. Beautiful. As ByuN is going to be establishing his third. Ryung setting up for a Doom drop. Oh my god. And what's crazy to me here is that it feels like we have the roles reversed. I mentioned in the lead up to game 1 here how ByuN is usually the active player with a buy-heavy style with Mass Marine, with drop play. But it was Ryung that went for the 2-on-1, and the Ryung who's active with Mass Marine instead. And he's got the upgrade advantage. He's got 1-1. Sorry, ByuN has 1-1, my apologies. 1-1 is just now on the way. Yo, the production placement is really throwing me off. These Terran players, they look the same. So 2-2 on the horizon here for ByuN. Ryung, he dives in, denies a third, doesn't quite kill anything, but does deny the expansion. So with that, ByuN gonna be stuck on 2 base economy a little bit longer. Ryung getting his own third up and running, trying to catch up on those upgrades. Oh. Getting into the mineral line, picking up a couple of SCVs. 4 SCVs going down. Just containing ByuN as he expands towards the north. Do you see ByuN trying to break out? Cyclones, they spot the expansion. Drop moves out at the same time. Ryung setting up for his own... Okay, race back home. I thought it was going to be going for his own Doom drop, but he does spot the medevac. He turns back around, getting in position. Ryung defends. You can see he's looking for the medevacs. ByuN, he backed off. He knows he got scattered. He respects Ryung. Getting his own at 3rd CC back up and running. 4th CC, not quite on the way yet, but still just recovering. Now Ryung, because he's been mining more for longer, Ryung does have the supply lead. Checking the army tab here. Ryung is down in tanks, but he is up in medevacs, up in Vikings, slightly ahead in Marines as well. We'll see if he can make up for that tank deficit. Tank is going up. So far, nice pickups. ByuN just going to be sneaking out with that double drop. Does skirt around towards that natural. Making his way across. There we go, Ryung, he does sniff it, the tanks are exposed! The tanks are all in there and they all go down. A massive reset here, ByuN losing every single tank. The Marines do survive, ByuN is committed, he's going across the map towards that natural. And Ryung is racing back home, he has that production back home to defend. His natural was safe, his third base as well. Rocks are knocked down. And Ryung defends. Ryung, he does deflect the drop play. And with that, ByuN once had a tank lead, not anymore. Not anymore. ByuN coming in from behind, getting some value here. Delaying the 4th CC. Getting his own on location. Ryung is maxed, ByuN not too far behind, checking the army tab here. Ryung is ahead in tanks though. Down in Bio. It's catching up with those upgrades. 2-2 about to finish up. Lined up here with +2 defense of ByuN. And the armies, they pass by each other. Uh-oh. We might just go for a base trade. ByuN, he commits. Ryung, he actually turns back around. Never mind. He's racing back home. Ryung, he peels up his army. Stims up the ramp, takes down the tank. And does make it back home in time. He pulls the boys just in case, just hold on. Catching another tank and pushing into the main. Came with the production. Ryung is going for the production here. ByuN, he's racing back. He did not find a way into the natural. Ryung, he now commits. Oh, and that's going to be everything going down. GG gets called as ByuN loses control of his own main base, and Ryung takes a lead. GG. Ryung does take a lead in the series. And it is now going to be ByuN's map of choice. He's down in the match. The trash talk was brutal. It's Ryung, calm down. But we're getting into game number 2. It's going to be on Amygdala. Again, this is ByuN's map of choice, a much larger map in the map pool. ByuN potentially looking at and hoping to go for a bit of a longer game state. Here we go. Here we go. Spawning in the top right-hand corner of Amygdala, we have the South Korean Terran player, the Red Terran representing Team Vitality, leading the series 1-0. It is Ryung. And spawning in the bottom left-hand corner, we have the South Korean Terran player, the Blue Terran for Shopify Rebellion. It is ByuN. See in the chat, does anyone know if a unit is hit by the rocks, do they die? They do. They do. Whether it's a unit, whether it's a building, if the rocks do collapse on a unit, they are destroyed. Does happen. Does happen from time to time. Hello, Ryung. As we are opening up not just with one, with a second Rax as well. Proxy 2 Rax here out of Ryung. Let's go. And the question becomes, does ByuN open economically, or does he open a little bit in a more safer way instead? So far it does. CC first? No. Spirit, is that you? Piotr, what are you doing? Get out of ByuN. CC, the greediest opener you can go for. CC first. He's crazy. Not even a Rax expand. Because of that, gases are non-existent. The Rax is heavily delayed. And this, I feel, is ideal for Ryung. Not gonna lie. I was gonna say that if it was gonna be an economic opener, that would be already ideal for Ryung, but this is even better. Oh no. Oh no. This Reaper's gonna arrive, and there isn't gonna be anything to defend, by the way. Okay. Well then, if you're a Terran player out there, look away. Look. Oh no. So ByuN, being as this is again the greediest build you can go for in TvT, taking double gases, of course. The Rax is soon to finish. The first Reaper is soon to arrive. We have backup Reapers on the way. As a result, Ryung, he will be perpetually ahead in the Reaper production. ByuN, I don't think he can hold. I think it's impossible. I'll be honest. I think this is just a build order loss. It's just straight up because the gases are so late. It's Marine. It's not Reaper. And what's the Marine gonna do? The Marine is just gonna be kited to death. I think, yeah, you don't often get build order losses too often in SE2 anymore, but there are some rare case scenarios here. As Ryung, he's waiting for that second Reaper. ByuN, he did an SEV scouts. Reapers have arrived. First Marine is on the way, and the first Reaper is here, and yep, there it is. Oh no. As ByuN, I'm sure, is lamenting. He's like, oh no. I would appreciate the translation by Lunacy, as this is just a build order loss. Everything's going to go down. The Marines, the SCVs, the Reapers, they wreak havoc. So out of control. GG gets called, and Ryung will take the series 2-0. GG. Whew. GG, well played. And yeah, I mean, again, you don't often see these extremes, but whenever they happen, there's only so much you can do. Where ByuN literally went for CC first into double gas into that Rax. Again, you almost never see this kind of opener that ByuN went for. So very greedy as you can be. And Ryung just happily going to Rex Reaper, and yeah, there we go. GG. GG, well played. Ryung takes the series. GG. And with that, ByuN, he is knocked out of the tournament in the round 16. I mean, again, it's one of those things where, I mean, I mentioned it before, Ryung, he is a TvT sniper. It is his strongest matchup. Ryung, he can take down any Terran player in the world. They do all fall at the hands of Ryung. I'm not saying he has like an 80 or 90% win rate, but higher nonetheless. You know, this is where he thrives. This is where Ryung, old man Ryung, he can take it to the best of them. So GG, well played, very nicely done. Ryung does advance on into the next round, and ByuN is knocked out of OlimoLeague. GG, well played.